Okay, so let's start with. So we'll start with these. That's one half of a bond paper. Now what I'm using is linen. It's a beige ivory colored linen. Let me turn the light on. Is that better? So we have. So this is beige. It's off-white, or I think it's called ivory or beige, and it's linen. So there's a texture on it. So when you work with something with the texture, you may have to like use a little more crayon. Okay, so let's light this candle up. Okay, now this bottom I dropped it on the floor. So we're gonna need to secure this in a better way. Okay, right there. So you stick it in there. Okay, dokes. Let's start with this. So we need one sheet right there. And we're going to put our decoration here. So we're more or less making a set. Okay? A set of stationaries. So we're gonna do 4 sheets. Okay. Now we use this. Now, like I showed you this earlier, the Pearl-X, and as you can see, they're all different colors. So we'll just experiment for now. Okay. Let's set this aside. So which one do you want? Let's try mixing this blue. Let's try this blue too. Okay. What else is exciting here? Purple. So what we're going to do right now is see what happens if we mix purple with yellow. Okay. Now, this is what you do. Heat this a little and then dip it. Oh. Then tap. Let's see if we're going to be happy with this outcome. Is that okay? Wait, let's set this aside. Let's do it again. Be careful with the flame, okay? Don't burn your surroundings. Let's do this again. See if it looks good. Okay, now let's try. So practice, right? Before you use your paper. your specialty papers. You gotta oops, let's cover that. Okay, let me show you something here. If you go up and down like that, see that? It looks serrated. Serrated. Oopsie. They're gonna, once again, you make splashes. Okay, here's a green and a yellow. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Be careful with the flame that you produce, okay? That's why I highly recommend this only for adults. Now, if you're gonna be with your kids, then you have to supervise them. Okay. So if you tilt this to one side, like, see that? If you tilt it to the other side, here's what you'll produce. See that? Go that way. Okay, so let's say we've practiced enough. Set this aside. Be very careful of your candle. Now let's put this here. So we're going to make a stationery. Here's my napkin. So you heat, to clean this, you heat it this way and then you do that. Okay. So are we happy with yellow? Maybe not. Let's try metallic red. Or no, let's try... let's try this and this. Two metallic colors. So it's gonna be there. So let's use colored pencil. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna use the usual 3. Okay, so now to come up with a set, we'll do the same thing over on these ones. So So now we have 4. Be as neat as you want. I'm making a demonstration, so I'm trying to work within the frame. Okay, so let's set this aside. Put our blade. Right here. Oops. So now you try to match what you did on one side. Okay, you see that? Okay, so now let's clean this with our paper. So clean this first before you use another one. And then let's use this. Good enough. Okay, so remember we used 2 colors, right? So now let's use the red. Or actually you can use, okay, we use this on we use the blue on the tip, right? And then the red on the outer. So we're gonna reverse that. Okay, so red in the center and then blue in the outer. Red center, blue outer. Red center, blue outer. Or maybe we should clean this first. Once again, be very careful. There's your flower. There's overlapping on here, so you gotta plan that later. Let's see if we can correct that. Right. Let's see if we can correct that. See, this needs to come out. Okay, this needs to come out too. So let's just switch to one color. It's come out much better. Okay, now let's put in the green leaf. Okay, so we're gonna use this metallic green. We're gonna use the thinner instrument. So clean that. And we're gonna mix ordinary green with metallic green. Okay, so oops, not too much, not enough. I can tell we need more. Oops. Once again, we're just practicing, right? So, see that? I blotched it. Okay, so we'll put in a third leaf, a little smaller. Over here. There's your stationery, not counting this part. See that? And it's metallic, so it's got glitter. Not glitter, but metallic powder right there. See? Okay, let's try to be careful in the next one. Okay, so let's clean this first. What do you want to do? Let's see. So we got that. Okay, I'm gonna open this this collection with the ordinary color, with regular crayons. No glitter right now. Okay. So I need the white. So let's just get the white. Peel it. Okay, so now we have a white, right? Now let me show you how I would use the white. I would mix it in with something else, like maybe a red. So put this aside. So we'll use a white on the tip and red on the outer. Oopsie. You gotta be careful with your splashes. And I don't wanna. I wanna show you. I don't wanna show you like I'm a perfect crafter, because you'll think you might think you're not good, but this is so easy. That I encourage you to just play with it. Okay, let's try to hide those blotches. There you go. We successfully hid the blotches. Okay, now let's do white and dark green. Let's wipe this off first. Okay, watch what I want to do with this. White center. Oops. Not enough white and green. White and green. White and green. Other side. No, we need to angle it some more. Okay, that's good enough. White and green. Oops, not enough heat. Let's clean this first. See, crayon burns, okay? Just letting you know, it burns. So you need to be careful. Now we need to, let's angle this paper. Like that, better. Okay, there you go. Now we need to make leaves. Let's do green and white. See what happens here. It's not too bad. Let's do it again. Is it balanced? Once again, I messed it up. Is that balanced? Or okay, so compare that with here. Now we have two more. Let's do purple and yellow. Now this purple is metallic. Now what we can do is, let's not use the metallic. Okay, this is a little pink. I think this is the peach. Okay, so what I want to do, just for variety, we'll mix the peach with this blue. Okay, let's see what happens if we do that. Still brand new, see? Still brand new. So you heat your crayon. Okay, see that it's melting. See, oop, it's kind of hot, but tolerable. Okay, let's. And did I mess it up? Okay, let's try. Let's not even try that. Let's try this. So we wipe this. Wipe this clean first. Okay, don't do this if you're not don't videotape yourself if you're not used to this yet. You might get messy with your candle. You need to be careful. Is that good enough? Maybe not. Okay. Okay, good. You need to see that, okay? You need to know that, be aware that the crayon can burn. And that way you're aware and you're careful. Okay, so let's see. Let's dip this into more blue. Let's clean this. Always, always, always avoid your... Uh-oh. Messed it up again. Once again, we're just practicing, right? And I'm right in front of my camera. So the camera is actually between me and the paper. It's kind of hard to like see, to be honest with you. Okay, but let's forget about the blotches. Okay, let's just continue practicing. I really just want you to notice the general idea. Uh-oh. Another blotch. Let's see what we've done. Not this, okay, this. Let's see. Let's use green. Green and purple. This time let's use the purple, metallic purple. See if they're a good match. Let's say you want to balance this, right? Let's come down a little right there. Then up. That's good enough. Let's do one more. Let's see. Yellow. Let's try yellow and white. Still has some green, but let's not care about that too much. Okay, I know what to do. We'll do yellow and purple. That's good. Right there. Okay, so we'll do yellow and some sort of a dark red. Is that good? Well, you're gonna learn, you'll have an idea of which color combinations you'd want to do for yourself. Okay, let's make this look like an orchid. So let's clean this, and we'll use yellow and red. Or let's just use red. See what happens. There's your orchids. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's do green and let's do a red and green. This isn't red, it's magenta. So we'll do green first. That wasn't hot enough. And then a red. Okay, now let's balance that. Oh, that's good. So there's your orchid. And so here's another one. Here's another one. And here's another one. So there you go. Now you gotta be careful. See, this gets rejected. Unless you cut it, you can cut this and use it for something else. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the tools when you get them. Valzubiri, and I'd like to tell you about the valzubiriagenda. So my idea was to self-publishing. You know, self-publishing is now accepted. It's been a decade, okay? And what you can do is self-publish your works, and I have an example. And self-publish your something about yourself, which is the best thing I can recommend is write your memoirs and your biographies. So right now I have four memoirs. Okay, all different stories and whatever. So these are all mine, and I'm okay now. Just wanna show you how you can one up the competition, right? So I was telling myself I can write one memoir, but somebody can do that too, you know. So before I came out and start promoting anything, I wrote four memoirs, and now I have four. I can write more. Okay, now here's how to one up your competition. This guy has 273 works, right, Richard? So it's kind of like, hey, you know what? It's gonna be a thick book, and it's gonna be $59.95. So I said, I decided to shuffle his works. So all this is his works, and I reshuffled them and split them in two. So now he's got volume 1 and volume 2 of the same pages, only they're reshuffled, and now he can sell each book for $37.95. So that's something you can do. Come up with 3 books because you can, you know, instead of just one. You know, if I were a really mean publisher, I'd say, hey, you know what, I can only give you one book. But now he's got 3, and he's 72 years old now. We did this when he was 70 years old, 2 years ago, and he still cannot believe that he's got 3 books on Amazon. Okay, now I have 4 titles on Amazon. Okay, now because my art is kind of slower, I make dolls from porcelain, and I make them from scratch, and then I put clothes on them and whatever. I'd like to make a proposal to investors that I'd like to include a diorama to make my works like dioramas with the dolls, and then I'd be able to incorporate precious metals and gemstones into the work, and that's how I would like to justify my prices. Okay, now here's something else. Once you've written one, you'd want to write more. Okay, once you have this guy, for example, I designed this book, Jerry Miller. Okay, so he wrote this 2 years ago in 2014. Yeah, 3 years ago, and then he wrote a second one, and now he's 72 years old. with his twin brother. And so basically what I'm saying is, once you start writing one, you'll get to write another one, because it's fun, and it'll help your art if it's a memoir. And so I'm gonna be releasing 2 books in January about this valzubiriagenda, and to give you things, give you some pointers on how to write, how to emotionally deal with your writing, and how to be a little more technical when it comes to publishing books. I don't want to show you Jerry's face, okay? But Jerry came out with. He told me he had a book, and I said, okay, I'll help you when you're done writing. He didn't. He didn't call me like until he got this put in to online. CreateSpace.com. Look at that. It's got a lot of empty spaces here. A lot of line and a half, and a lot of space here. It's not good, right? Look at the cover. The back cover is doesn't even have the spine, and then he's got this design on his cover. Okay, I don't want to show his face too close. So I helped him. Okay, so now this looks better. See. Now you need to do all these technical things. Be aware of these things, and I'll teach you. So basically, you're not even like a writer, and I'll teach you how to write, and I'll teach you how to become your own publisher. There is something else, okay? I'm gonna show you and explain to you what goes on with publishing books. Look at that. So that's page 59. Let's go look at page 59 over here. Okay, see that? It's something to do with the embedding of fonts. Okay. See. So these things you need to know, and I'll teach you, and it's really simple. Some people make it think it's a mystery to publish. It's not, Okay, so there's something else too. With the valzubiriagenda, I am suggesting for people to double their price, and make an announcement of their scarcity. So for every price point, you're gonna make an announcement of how many art pieces you're gonna do at those price points, right? Now here's 100,000 to start, because art is unregulated. You can keep doubling the price. And so if the artist says that the current price that he's asking for is, or she is asking for, is $1,600,000, then everyone's price would be at that point, right? So everyone's potential revenue would be the difference between the current street value and the cost of acquisition. So let me show you that here. Okay, so this is the price, and the green would be the potential revenue. If this is the cost of acquisition, then this is the potential revenue. If this is the street market value right now. Okay, so now look at this. If the person succeeds, see that? That's the cost of acquisition, and then this is the street, the potential revenue, which you can report in your financial statements. That you have you bought something here, and now it's reached here. So there's a potential revenue, and that can be part of your report in your financial report. Okay, so now let's say you're a homeless person, right? And you're a street artist, and you're charging people at $5. So see that it can reach 2,560 in 10 steps. See, so you can say, hey, I'm gonna make 100 pieces at $5, and then $10, 100 pieces, and then another 100. So and then after this, you can say, hey, I'm gonna retire. Okay. So this is per piece. See, so there's money to be made only if it trends and people start accepting this. Okay, now look at this number. That starts at 100, and in 10 iterations, it reaches $51,200,000 per piece. Okay, now here's something else. If you get your pen and paper and try to do 1,600 pieces all the way to here, right? So this would be on here, it'll be like 1440, 1,440 pieces at this thing. Now the 1,141st will be this street market value, right? This asking price. So if you look at that and you go like this and you do like 1,600, so 1,440 up to here, and then this is the price that you're calculating on, you'll get 60, just a little over $60 billion from that one single artist. And guess who got in trouble for not coming up with $60 billion? Bernie Madoff. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if only Bernie Madoff contracted with an individual who's still unknown, who starts at this price, he'll reach like $80 billion less the cost of acquisition here. So he'll have a net of like about $64 billion, something like that. Get your pen and paper, and you'll know that I'm right. So what I'm saying is, if you're in trouble and you need money, and you can get it through art, you know. And if you get something here, all you need to do is to wait for the next iteration of the price, and you can tell your people that the investment just doubled. And then you can resell the art for maybe if it's 25 asking price, then you can say approach your friend and say, I'm gonna sell you my art for $20 billion. You know, it's at $20 million. So you give a discount, right? And that's what happens. You know. Okay, now you don't only give discounts. You also give commissions. If somebody knows a bank that needs a lot of money, and that bank can purchase like 200 works from an artist, then that artist should give that person a commission if he can connect him or her to this bank. See, so you give away commissions. Now here's the thing. There are corporations that need money right now. There are national agencies that need money right now. And there are countries that need money right now. There are local agencies, government agencies who can't even pay the pension of their retired former employees. So they need money, and they need money creatively. And the way to do that is art, you know, and make sure that you give commissions to those people who deserve a commission and deserve, you know, if you have $20 million, you give away $4 million. That can set somebody for life, you know. Okay, so I guess that's it, you know. So I'll see you soon, and thank you for listening. And follow me, because every once in a while I'll go live and then explain this more to you.